Well, we got some wine.
Yep.
It's Friday night. We just did a JamCast.
It's Friday night.
Positive overall. Hey, Nicholas, what you're pouring some wine there?
Yeah. What do you do on your Friday nights?
Well, sometimes I record a JamCast with you.
And that's exactly the answer I was looking for.
Where's my glass?
It's like nothing different than Sunday morning. I could get you a glass, but I have to put the mic down.
All right, let's pause it. Okay, I got wine. And the JamCast is when we put some mics on a drum kit, put some mics on a guitar. You bring some pedals in and figure out some sort of orchestra for your guitar. And then we hit not the play button, but the record button. We record a JamCast.
Yeah.
As usual.
It's really cool, man.
What I ask you, what is a JamCast to you, Nicholas? At this point, this is JamCast number 5, I think.
Is it 5 already? Wow.
5.
Well, like we said in the past, it's like really a musical communication kind of thing where we're both in different bands and we play all these different styles of music. But when we come together and do these jams, it's more just totally random. I don't know, man. It's pretty cool. It's randomness with 2 people, but sounding like 5 people.
Yeah. Today had a bit of a different feel. Like I think we mentioned earlier, it was kind of running the gamut of styles.
Yeah, we were anticipating a lot. We ran up and down the ladders a few times, and we got some good stuff down.
It feels like a mixtape of styles.
Totally.
That you would send to somebody. So, we're going to leave you, the listener, with the JamCast. Perfect. Possible. It kind of went off the rails a little bit out there.
It was definitely off the rails. And like, for example, compared to the last jam that we did, the last jam was really a lot more, how can I say, free going.
Yeah.
And today we kind of went in expecting that kind of same feeling, but we were like kind of anticipating it too much. So it kind of went in a different direction. But we still, like, the transitions were great today. We're, I think, tighter than a lot of the past jams.
Yeah.
But we still didn't know what the hell we were doing.
We're transitioning into what?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's that's the thing. You focus on transitions, and then you transition into what? What are you transitioning into? And we also have this looper fellow, this looper guy that we've introduced.
He's racist.
He's totally, I think he's the looper in our JamCast. I'm beginning to think he might be a Holocaust denier. He kind of comes in and disappears and leads us on these whirls of spiraling thoughts where it's just like, you just naturally begin to think like, my God, is the looper a Holocaust denier? And that's why we're limiting his or her or zher. Actually, I'm giving this Holocaust denier a proper transgender term, zher. And that's why we're giving zher, the Holocaust denier, a certain amount of leeway. As
Am I allowed to laugh on this shit? Holy fuck!
Well, it's not our fault. We did not. We tried with the looper. The looper is when we invite a presence into. By the way, the JamCast is a conversation in music between me and you, but we also have the looper. We don't know who the looper is.
Yeah, it's true.
And I think today the looper was a trans Holocaust denier. And it kind of threw us off a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think we were pretty on that shit. But at the same time,
it's like being on like the subway and then someone starts throwing a hissy fit. You try to read your novel. But when it's like, oh, that's a trans.
You can't help but to just pay attention to the offbeat negativity that's going on, basically.
Oh, well, there was no negativity.
No, not at all, yeah.
It was offbeat.
It was a little offbeat, but I don't know. It was totally not what we expected, but we came out with something, and it was the sound. I think level-wise was great.
Level-wise, getting better.
Transitions were really great. And that's the beauty of this jam is we just go in and kind of make the best of what we do.
Yeah. So how would you, aside from the transgendered Nazi, how would you review, what are you taking away from the jam today?
That's a really good question. I think for both of us, as we kind of talked earlier, being in bands and stuff where you have to focus on certain structures of songs and have to certain dynamics of songs, and you got homework to do, and it's fun. We enjoy it. We're musicians. That's what we do. But the beauty of this jam, once again, I think I said this on previous interviews, is it's just about a free jam. And I think we kind of walked into it today expecting too much, but we learn from that today. We kind of learn from that, being like, for next time, just keep it free and just keep it loose, basically.
Totally, man.
I don't know if that makes sense at all.
I think so. So that was a good jam, though. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it.
Actually, it was really good, yeah.
And we transitioned. It was like a transitional jam. I actually read a book recently called Transitions by Ian M. Banks.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
And it was about this group of people that can transport themselves between realities, like string theory. Like, when you am I going to go to 7-Eleven today? No, I'm going to go to Family Mart. But then that other you goes to 7-Eleven. But the overall effect is kind of the same. Mm-hmm. These people were allowed to flit between these similar realities to carry out missions. And that's kind of what we were doing in the studio today. We were flitting between styles.
Yeah.
Like so frequently.
I felt it was more unplanned than any other unplanned jam that we've ever had. I mean, it's always unplanned, but today was like completely more unplanned.
Yeah.
We focused more on levels and anticipation today as opposed to certain styles and jamming.
So we've made a pact.
Yeah.
Next time we're gonna say, how do you feel? How you feeling today, bud? How you feeling today? Yeah. And then, based on that feeling, what kind of music do you want to play? Because this is a musical conversation.
Exactly.
So that's what we've got to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Feel it out.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know the comedian Norm Macdonald?
I know the name.
He did the fake news for SNL back in 1992. He's a very famous comedian. He was doing a what's the thing called when you do ventriloquism?
Oh yeah.
And he had two puppets. One was like a typical puppet, and the other puppet was a vehement Holocaust denier. Okay. So I think the looper is like this kind of evil ghost that we summon into the studio, and we almost have to battle it.
Yeah,
we have to battle this.
It is a bit of a battle.
Looper.
It's training, but at the same time,
it comes from nowhere and then it just disappears.
Yeah, exactly. It's, as you can hear in the jam, exactly what you just said. It's like it just comes out of nowhere. And all of a sudden there's a groove and it sounds great. And all of a sudden it disappears. Boom. Bang. Done. And next thing you know, we're on a different groove. I don't know.
Well, man. That sounds good to me.
Yeah. Sounds good to me too.
We need to harness the power of this looper.
Harness the power of the looper.
Yes. Summon the looper. Harness the looper. And then banish it.
The fact that we're not using any click tracks or nothing is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Just to jam along with that shit.
Just jam. All right.
Oh, yeah. That was beautiful.
Beefy.
I could have a little beef steak right now. Oops.
Falcon passport.